show the quarter sawing process free from the distraction of the complex equipment required. In white and red oak, quarter sawing has a great deal to do visually with the geometric relationship between the growth rings and the medullary rays, which emanate from the center of the log like the spokes of a wheel. All trees have these rays, but in red and white oak they are most pronounced, allowing for the visual separation between quartered and rift. In the quarter sawing process, the log is first cut in half, and that half is moved to a staging area to be cut into quarters later. The half log left on the head saw carriage is cut into quarters. These quarters are then cut into boards. We have inserted this graphic to indicate the boards being cut. The growth rings in the first board are at approximately 60 to 90 degrees to the face of the board. In this board, you can see that the medullary rays are very visible. This board will be classified as quartered. When we start with a 19-inch diameter log, these first boards, the quartered boards, are an average width of 6.5 inches. As we are cutting the log from the inside out, the next step becomes cutting the second face without changing the orientation of the bandsaw blade. This is achieved by turning the quarter log end for end, then flipping it with a push bar. If we are cutting 4/4 or 1-inch boards, this next face is 1.3 inches narrower than the first board due to the thickness of the first board and the saw blade. However, the growth rings are still approximately 60 to 90 degrees to the face of the board, thus revealing the medullary rays in the same way. In general, when the growth rings are 60 to 90 degrees to the face of the board in white and red oak, the board will be classified as quartered. The process continues, slicing alternate faces of the quarter log. With each slice, not only are the boards getting narrower, but the angle of the growth rings to the face of the board is becoming sharper. As the angle changes from 60 to 90 degrees to 30 to 60 degrees, the medullary rays are revealed to a lesser degree. They are still there, just less visible. These narrower, less figured boards are called rift. All of the boards will share the same straight-grained visual characteristic. This board is straight-grained and shows almost no flake, but that can be deceptive. Rift boards can still show figure and be called rift. The average rift board in white and red oak is 4.5 inches with growth rings at an angle of 30 to 60 degrees to the face of the board. Remember that we always quarter saw logs from the inside out, requiring a higher quality log to produce the fine quarter sawn lumber for which Frank Miller has become famous.